Yeah! Oh no! Damn! Ooh, yeah! Ready, somebody!
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Breaking Rad. If anybody's out there watching, I'm Macho, your host, and with me, I do have Cal tonight. Cal, over there.
Hi.
But we're missing two of the regular goons. We're missing Mutt, and we're missing 6 a.m. But we have some excellent guests. David the Dime is below me. Right, and we also have Statistical L0 with us tonight.
Scraping the bottom of the barrel. Cheers to that.
Cheers. So, I have a nice seltzer water to cheers with that. Thank you guys for being on with us as usual, and we have a good show. We're just going to be rapping, having fun, nothing too serious, but we do have Name That Death and a few of your other favorite things. So. First off, though, I wanted to see what everybody's up to. I know we're all kind of working on various things. Mostly you guys and not me. I'm not working on anything real exciting right now. But, Cal, I know you're working on some cool little cartoony stuff behind the scenes, lettering a book, all kinds of things. So let's see it. I'm very excited about your little cartoony guys.
Okay,
hey,
so
Amanda, and hey, Bruce, by the way.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's going on, guys?
Of course I closed it. Yeah, so I'm working on an information series for the game Rifts that we're playing kind of a version of on our channel. And so I did this dumb drawing of me that Macho really likes.
And I thought it was great.
And Mutt really likes it too. So Dave doesn't want to see it again. He took off.
You didn't see it. Nah.
So
General
this
Piggy,
is my little.
What's up, Hale?
This is my version of me. Does it look like me?
It looks just like you. The beady eyes and all. I love it.
Anyway.
It's so good.
So I'm having fun drawing those, and I did some versions. Mutt requested I do all the Cole Goon squad today, core members only for now.
So you get to see us with beady eyes. It's going to be phenomenal. So if you like Cal's art, continue to give him some encouragement, because he doesn't like to think it's very good, but I think it's pretty awesome. So how's the book coming? The one you're lettering, the one that you're lettering for free.
Well, I've lettered all the colored pages, and so I keep forgetting to send those to Indie Comics Dave so he can give me some feedback. So yeah, and then but apparently they want to do something. I forgot. I don't remember what his message said anymore. But so Indy, Dave, if you're watching, I'm so sorry. I will send you that link like tomorrow-ish. But they're going to be doing. I think they're putting together the next campaign or that campaign or something. So they're going to put all the lettered pages up.
Nice.
So I got to get those over to him. So in case there's any any edits to make. And
how's the project with Bruce coming? Is any movement on Bruce's project? I'm very excited about it. That's why I asked. And if you don't have any information to tell, that's okay.
No, nothing yet. Bruce is a busy artist in his own right, and I know he's doing the
13 Bones. That's the one.
13 Bones is the book. He's going to be working on the concept phase, and then we'll go into some pages. Also, I struck up a deal with Chris Graves he's the artist on Nash, Penance of Nash. He wanted some help with a story concept he has, so he sent me over his non-writer version of a story concept, and I sent him back a writer version of that, and he was really impressed with it. So he's like, okay, how much would it cost me to get you to do like a full, like all the way to script version of this? And I said, don't pay me anything, just give me some Nash pages here and there. And so yeah, so we should be seeing some Nash pages pretty soon. I love working on that stuff though. I love doctoring people's stories, you know, like script
That's
doctoring.
awesome.
Or
Yeah.
so I have fun. I have fun doing it, just like I do lettering.
Very good. Very good.
Yes, Amanda. Six is well, not a toy. It's his brother. I don't know if he calls his brother a toy. He might.
Weird. Yeah, he is with his brother though. Hey, so what do you got going on, Drag the Dead? What's we saw a little bit. You gave us a little sneak peek, but what's going on with the game?
Which one? So yeah.
Drag the Dead. Let's talk about Drag the Dead first.
Drag the Dead. So okay, on Twitter, if anybody hasn't seen, I posted just a couple little video snippets the other day with so just some progress stuff. What did I show? A little bit of shooting in an alley area. Some mechanics for the Virtue zombie, which is one of my favorites.
Yes.
So the Virtue zombie is like a zombie in this like very saintly pose with this big halo. And when you're fighting the zombies, he just kind of floats around and zaps other zombies, empowering them with his virtue. He inspires them.
Wow.
So they become more dangerous. So you kind of want to target him. And then also a little bit of video of the big guy, who is a very large zombie, who's got another zombie on his back who's actually in control. And if that's not too on the nose. Anyway, so he
yeah, right.
He just spews all this vomit and leaves these like acidic puddles behind. You'll take damage. And if you get too close, then he just does a backhand because he doesn't like when people get up in his face. He gets really aggressive. So
I love all the what would you call it? Just topical innuendo. It's so
yeah.
so good.
It's loaded. It's absolutely loaded. Like I did I just finished up posters for the game. Like, so they're posters that'll be plastered on the walls, like you see in a city, you know, just like rows of posters everywhere. I did probably 35 different posters to put all around the game. And I'm trying to go everywhere with them. So I did one, what's one? I did, do you guys know who Amir Locke is? Off the top of your head? Did you guys see in the news not all that long ago that man who the cops picked his lock with a no-knock warrant, went into his house looking for somebody else and shot him when he was waking up?
No.
Yeah, okay. So this happened. I think it was in Minneapolis. And you know, he's a legal gun-owning citizen in his own home, and the cops went in and killed him because he woke up and had his gun because he was breaking into my house.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I did a poster for that, and it says, because his name was Amir Locke, so the poster says Amir's Lock, and there's like a picture of like a lockpick, and it says number one choice. Where was it? Minneapolis? Wherever it was, or Baltimore. So it says number one choice of lockpick by Baltimore police. Hashtag back in blue. No. But and then I did one, like I did QAnon Anonymous, like for a support group. And it says, it's got this depressed guy. It's like black and white. It says like, now that the election is over, where do you turn? And it's like, so yeah, all the posters are like ridiculous. I did like Clutcher's Pearls.
And, I was just looking real quick at the videos you posted, because I don't get on Twitter much at all anymore. But it looks great. Like the game looks like super smooth. That it's like third-person shooter, right?
Yeah.
Looks good. Anyway, and Mr. Stat Zero.
I was just going to show you. I wanted to show you one last thing.
Yeah.
I don't do this. I don't do traditional media often. But the other thing I'm working on. So my daughter's birthday is tomorrow, and
okay.
she wanted a picture. So this is still in progress. I got to do like a loopy background, but this is.
Oh, that's great.
That's creepy.
Dang.
That's like really good. That's awesome.
This is why I don't like showing art on this channel.
What is it? Just like you just wanted to do something creepy and gross?
Yeah, she likes dark stuff. So
okay, cool. So she's into that kind of like horror stuff like you?
Oh, they all are. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Very cool. And Mr. Stat L0, what's going on with you in your life, my friend?
Oh, I got 250 Charlie's London sketch cards to do.
Oh gosh,
I'm on 15.
No big deal. That's awesome, though. That's cool.
That's not that many.
I mean, how long does it take you to do one? Have you timed yourself?
Oh, usually not more than 10 minutes, but
not more than 10 minutes to do one. You got 250. Okay.
Well, last time it took me about 4 months of just doing like, a few a day.
Man.
Got to manage my time.
Got to. Yeah, absolutely. That's cool, though. Pretty cool little perk you're getting, sketch cards.
Wow.
Anything else going on? Any other big releases you wanna tell us right now here on Breaking Rad?
No, nothing crazy. Not yet.
Okay. We'll wait. Well, maybe next episode you'll have something.
Maybe next episode. Well, next episode, if they get here in time, I bought a blind box of comics. It's like 75 of them.
Oh,
really? That's cool.
25 Marvel, 25 DC, and 25 Independent. So we're gonna see what kind of a train wreck that turns out.
Where'd you get it? Like an eBay thing?
It was on Amazon.
Amazon, huh?
Kind of thing. Some third party seller or whatever. It's like, what the heck? Let's see. Let's see what's in there. I have no idea what's going to happen. It's going to be.
Would you pay for a blind box of 75 comics?
What's that?
What did you pay for a blind box?
Oh, it wasn't much. It was like 30.
Okay.
Maybe 40, something like that. But I mean, most of them were going. It was like $40-$50 for 25.
You're gonna get like you're gonna get a box full of current Marvel and DC comics.
I wouldn't be surprised one bit. I can use it for Chicken Liner or something like that.
It's gonna be like it's gonna be like 25 Marvel issues of the Incredible Squirrel Girl or whatever.
Oh, don't put that evil on me. Don't do it.
You probably get some Naomi.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, when I was a kid, my dad used to go to this bookstore called Schindler's, and they would have blind boxes, like short boxes, full ones for $25. And a couple of times I'd gotten all kinds of like old stuff from like Epic and Blackthorn Publishing and Now Comics and all kinds of like the black and white independent stuff. I mean, it didn't mean as much to me back then because there was some Marvel and DC mixed in there, but it's really cool to see it now. All the stuff that the independent publishers did.
That is cool. Yeah, it's fun. I bought this. I actually have the big. It's a long box. I bought. I've pulled it out before and looked at some of the comics. It's sitting beside me for our short box segment tonight. We might be talking about some comics, and it was at this Comic Con and they were closing down, and these guys had their buddy. He was in the military. And they had all these comics. They were just trying to sell it. It was his collection. He had thousands and thousands of comics. And I was looking, and I just said, how much do you want for one of these boxes? You don't want to take it home, right? They're like, yeah, we want to get rid of them. We just want them gone. And they were like, all right. I mean, it was something like, $50 or something for the long box. And I was like, nice. I don't know. And we just we're kind of go back and forth. I was like, I don't really need it that long box. I was just, asking. And he's like, you know what? Like $25. Just take it for $25. And I was like, you know what? All right, sure. $25. I'll take it. And I got the money out and I gave the dude $25. And then Mutt started talking to him about Hero and telling him it was like a pro military comic and all this stuff. And the guy was like, you know what? I don't even want your money. And he made me take the money back. And gave me the long box of comic books. And I think I ended up leaving $10 on the table or something like that and walking away. But he just was like, oh no, it's very cool. You're supporting military. I just want to give you this because you're your buddy.
I'm waving too. You can't see it.
But it was cool anyway. And I have this beside me right now. I have a bunch of weird comics I was going to pull out of it because it came with all kinds of strange things, and it's kind of cool. So anyway, but enough about what we're doing. I figure that right now is the perfect time for us to play America's favorite game show, Name That Death. You ready, Cal?
Just FYI, my wife was looking because I said, "Hey, honey, what color is Macho's beard?" And she comes over and she's like,
"There's definitely some gray. There's a little bit of gray in it. There's a little bit. I don't know what she said. What'd she say? What do you think, Emma? Is it gray? Getting gray in here?
She said there's some gray, but what's their natural color? It's brown, right?
It's like
Light
dark brown. Yeah, dark brown. I would say.
Okay.
And then I have a little salt. I'm salt and pepper right now. I'll yeah.
Embrace
a little bit of patches here and there. That's why I keep it short. You can't tell. It's easy.
Nobody ever comments on the
beard. Let it grow, man. You got to embrace that.
Oh, I'm fine with it. I basically started going bald, completely bald when I was 18 or something. So I shaved my head. I have no problem with that stuff. It doesn't bother me. But I do keep my beard. I like my beard short in the summer too, because I go and I'm riding and I'm sweating, and like a hot, sweaty, itchy beard is a terrible thing.
Truth.
It's
okay.
Terrible.
I'll start this off. Sorry about the sidetrack. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, name that.
All right. I'm excited to see what Mark got ready for us tonight.
I gotta get those answers. Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll let you introduce. I was gonna introduce it. You do.
Okay. If you haven't, hey Jeremy Burt's in the chat. If you haven't seen this before, it is the famous Name That Death. If you guys are watching and you've watched before, you've probably played it. We're just going to play a clip. The first one's a little bit easy, and then we're going to guess which movie. First person to guess gets a point. It's typically the algorithm stat zero that's here in the panel tonight, so we'll see how it goes.
Shaking my head.
Go ahead and roll it.
Here we go.
You're dead! You're dead! And you ain't taking me with you!
I love
Final
that
Destination.
movie.
That's Final Destination.
It's American Pie 6.
Good job, y'all. Good job. Final Destination.
I think if you go back and watch the footage, I said it first, even though somebody said I love that movie. I said it first.
I was giving you a chance.
Oh, thank you for being easy on me. Yeah, you're gonna have to guess the ones later on anyway that nobody else knows.
I'll probably tank it this time.
Mark, he wasn't even trying. If you put Final Destination, I feel like that's required viewing. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that is the
the first
easy.
one.
That's the gimme. That you know.
Gimme. But
Okay,
some of
you
his
get 'em all?
gimmies are like strange, and you would never get.
Yeah.
Anyway.
True. All right, number 2. Here we go.
Neither will you.
So many people in distress in that scene.
Got nothing.
Is that Die Hard 5?
I don't know what that was.
What was that?
Is that Die Hard 5?
I don't think
What's
so.
what's the true name? The
No.
Oh, that's Good Day to Die Hard. Is it?
And the statistical zero got it.
Was it really? Who
I
was
think.
the guy? Was that
That was John McClane's son. AKA
what's
the
the
guy that
actor?
played. Oh, it's he played in the Terminator Genesis.
I couldn't
I'm gonna look that up. That's Jai Courtney.
Was that Jai Courtney?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Didn't even look like him, but all right. Die Hard with a Vengeance, still the best Die Hard movie. Fight me.
Never. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. Multiply. I forgot Multiply. Okay.
Multiply. Okay, let's have it.
Photoshop
He's still
people know
doing
what
his
I'm talking
art. Let's go ahead and have clip number 3.
I can do that.
Need for Speed.
I wish I could guess this one because I would know it. Oh,
It's the only
I didn't
movie
know.
I know that he's in.
Right. I don't think I ever saw that one.
I honestly haven't seen Need for Speed, but that's the only movie I know he's in.
Let's see if chat's got anything.
Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad the movie.
El Camino.
Oh, you get it?
Yeah, that movie. If you watch Breaking Bad, then that movie means something to you.
Bruce, it did kind of look like Gone in 60 Seconds. That it kind of looked like that. And Amanda, I need some Disney movie deaths, so we should totally do that. That'd be great.
I think we all need some Disney movie deaths.
Well, that'd be fantastic.
That's something the world needs more of is Disney movie deaths. Oh wait, I'm thinking of the wrong kind.
Wow.
Disney movie deaths. I just mean death of Disney movies. Okay, number 4. Here we go.
Oops.
Oh man, I know that movie.
I'm not sure I do.
Oh, I know. I've seen this. Can you play it one more time?
Yeah.
Let's see it again.
Oops.
I don't know. I think I've
I
seen
can tell you
this.
the song that's in the background, but
I think I've seen this. When Harry Met Sally.
Yep, that's it.
Matt gets it. What's up, Arthur Line? Matt LaRock. What's going on, guys? I don't know. Let's do the classic 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
Oh wait, hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Had to find it. It is The Condemned.
No, I never saw it.
No, I don't think I have seen it. No. It looks familiar for some reason. Okay. Con Air-ish.
Yeah, The Condemned. I need to get Alex Trebek a little bit closer to where I'm at. Okay.
I keep thinking it's the Mandalorian. What's his name? The actor
Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. I think it looks kind of like Pedro Pascal.
Wait.
Doesn't it?
Kind of does. He can play Alex Trebek in the biopic. Okay, moving on. Oh, where did my thing go? There it is. Number 5.
Richie.
My name is Rose.
Dang, with the nail gun. They just can't shoot like that. I've tried.
What?
They get away every time.
I mean, I didn't shoot it at somebody, but I did try to shoot it into a wall. It won't do that. They have safeties on them. I was able to shoot if you hold it just right and have somebody else hold a bottle up to it, you can like shoot. I shot the cap off of a beer bottle one time, and I felt really good about myself after that. Pretty proud. I have no idea at all. Stat, are you just like waiting?
No.
You have no idea? He found some to stump you, and he wasn't even here?
He finds one to stump me every single week. Whatever you guys are trying to pull here.
Whatever. Well, some weeks you'll nail every single one. He's going deep on some of
Those
these
are
now.
lucky weeks.
Yeah.
This is a name I remember. I just don't remember seeing the movie.
I have no idea. Dave, nothing?
Well,
I have no clue. Nothing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nobody's guessing in the chat. You're letting Amanda B down, Steph.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
I'm gonna go sit in the corner.
it is
I
the
feel terrible.
Color of Night.
Oh,
Color
Color.
of Night.
Of Night.
it's exactly what I would have thought.
Got nothing.
I've heard of the movie. I never saw it.
I've heard of Color of Money.
Yeah.
Color
When
Red.
was it? When was the Color of Night?
Looks like the 80s, but I don't know for sure.
1994.
Oh, whatever. Same thing.
It's a Bruce Will. Is this a Bruce Willis movie? I think it is. Yeah, Bruce Willis.
Hey, that was
Buddy
last
Richard
week.
Rush. Anyway, okay.
All right.
The Color of
Well,
Night.
all right.
There we go.
Here's numero 6.
That dude didn't even flinch when he shot the gun. Did you notice that?
That's the most matter-of-fact shooting I've
Yeah.
ever seen.
Yeah.
Well, I'm shooting a guy.
He didn't even flinch. Like, watch his eyes. Yeah, like, even if you're shooting a blank, you'd think you'd flinch.
Probably
Yeah.
the guys just shooting guns.
Man.
Yeah.
And he just had this like really apathetic, like Walter Matthau-esque
I thought
like face. Like,
Yeah.
it reminded me of like Columbo for some reason. He had like his jaws like kind of sticking out. Sure, let's see, I want to see it again. Can we see it again?
Of course.
He tried to shoot again too. Like, just nothing.
Amanda, the movie before this one was Color of Night, and then The Condemned before that. So this is
Just give it to us.
this is I've already forgotten the name. Rolling Thunder.
Rolling Thunder.
Ladies and
Sounds memorable.
Apparently wasn't.
I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up right now.
Rolling
1977. Rolling
It
Thunder.
looked like a 70s movie.
Well, let's see. Man, Tommy Lee Jones was in it.
Wow.
A returning war veteran loses his family to a violent home invasion and decides to seek and retaliate against those responsible.
Rambo ripoff.
Yeah. It's like the it's like the origin story of the Punisher.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rolling Thunder. There it is.
There
You
it
want to see
is,
the most
ladies and gentlemen.
apathetic killer ever. I like
Yeah,
how
he's kind of
dressed
just
up-
like done. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I guess this is it.
All right, let's see the last one.
William Devane.
Okay, last one, number 7. Here we
Last
go.
one.
Do you really think I believe this? Your soul is damned, Nosferatu.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know what that is, but I need the name immediately.
The perspective they used to do the stake driving wasn't awesome, but it was a great scene.
I disagree. That was amazing. I think I believe you.
Buffy.
This is the most no-nonsense vampire killing I've ever seen.
I continue to death, Nosferatu. Boom. Boom.
The other dude's just like, what?
I know. I think he was confused. That was just like a teenage boy.
He drove
I'm
that
really
stake
hoping-
into his abdomen.
I'm really hoping that he made a mistake.
He
and
totally
that was
missed the heart. Yeah.
I'm hoping he made a mistake and the vampire was in the other room.
Yeah.
Oh,
Under
shoot.
the bed. Vampire's under the bed. He spurted a lot of blood too. It was good. Good death. Anybody? I don't know. I'm gonna say Interview with a Vampire, the original though.
It looks like an old Italian horror.
How come there's never been a Mexican remake called Los Ferratu?
I don't know, but sounds like you just thought up a great comic, great screenplay.
Danny Trejo as Dracula.
Oh my gosh! All right, let's have it. Give us the answer.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Martin, ladies and gentlemen, Martin.
Martin?
I
What the heck?
don't know. I honestly don't know. Never heard of it.
Martin?
Somebody look it up.
I wonder how Six finds these, because he doesn't watch all of them.
1976. A young man who believes himself to be a vampire goes to live with his elderly and hostile cousin in a small Pennsylvania town where he tries to redeem his blood-craving urges. What?
Yeah, let me pull that right up for my watch list.
Oh my gosh. George A. Romero is in the movie.
Oh,
I
interesting.
wonder if he directed it.
Danny
Yeah,
Trejo,
George A. Romero
76.
directed it. Yep. What a weird, strange movie. And if you look it up on IMDb, the guy who plays Martin, the image that they give you, the little like circle image, is a skeleton that looks like it's like been mostly decomposed. It's all bloody and stuff.
Weird.
Oh, they got a current picture. That's good.
Yeah, right. Oh, we could watch the trailer too. Oh man, it looks pretty bad, but Stat, I'm sure you'll be watching that later tonight.
Oh, for sure. Right after Puppet Master.
Oh man.
Don't knock the Puppet Master movies.
I'm not knocking the first few.
The first two
all
were
right.
pretty good. Did you see the last one that came out, the recent one?
No, the remake one?
It wasn't,
the last
it wasn't
ones
a
I saw, I
remake,
think,
it
were the
was
Right
like a
trilogy.
sequel.
I saw the Right trilogy, and then I don't think I saw the...
There's one that came out not too many years ago, and it actually was pretty good.
Oh,
I was surprised. I was actually really
2018?
surprised. Yeah, that sounds about right.
It says it's a short video, Puppet Master. A lonely woman allows a man to transform her into a puppet. Is that the
No.
one?
No, it was in like a hotel or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was. I mean, if you like Puppet Master, it's worth watching.
I haven't seen. I remember seeing the like original Puppet Master. I think. What? This is on topic right now. What is your favorite horror? I guess movie or what am I looking for? Not. I mean, horror is the genre. The like.
California for Arnold Schwarzenegger right now.
What?
You talking about franchise?
Yeah, franchise. That's what I'm trying to say. What's your horror franchise?
My favorite?
Yeah, what's your favorite?
My favorite is Friday the 13th.
Okay.
For franchises. Yeah.
What's your favorite horror movie?
My favorite horror movie.
I just don't know anything about horror movies or whatever. Like I don't watch horror movies or horror franchises. I like except for Aliens. I love Aliens.
Yeah, here's
So
the
I'm always
question though: do you think
like,
a monster movie is a horror movie? Because some people make that difference. You know what I mean?
I mean, like,
depends.
so. Yeah, it depends. I think.
It can be.
I
I would say, at least recently, I think the Witch. I don't have a favorite. I have like there's
That's
certain
a tough
movies
one.
that are favorites. The Witch was pretty wild.
Which is yeah.
I guess like Aliens is considered horror, but I guess it's like sci-fi, really.
Yeah.
And that was like as deep as I got. Like I don't like Saw or any of the like body horror stuff. I really hate the weird indie ones that Cal likes. Like the color of space or whatever. Is it Color Out of Space or something like that?
Yeah.
Like I will not
Great
watch.
movie.
You could not pay me to watch that. But I like monster horror. Like if there's a monster, trying to get people, or like Tucker and Dale versus Evil is probably my favorite horror movie.
Yeah,
Tucker and
great.
Dale was like brilliant. It was a good movie.
So funny. It is.
If you like that, there's a movie called Behind the Mask.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot, with Leslie Vernon. Yeah.
It is one of the best slashers like ever made. It's this like extraordinary mockumentary meta. It's so good.
It starts out as kind of a weird Scream kind of comedy, and then takes like a hard handbrake turn into a slasher flick.
Yeah, brilliantly. It did it brilliantly too. It really, I could recommend that movie to anybody.
I should do you should pick a or not a terrible. You should pick a horror movie that I have to watch, and then I have to give you a review. That's a bad idea because I really don't want to do that. But Simon Pegg horror movie, I'm in. Yeah. I love Hot Fuzz. I don't know. I'm just curious.
Deathbed.
Are you like scared? Do they scare you, or you just
no? They
like
don't. No, it's not. It's just like I always feel like I'm down after I watch it. You know what I mean? Like I'm like that was like I don't feel good about myself. I like to go out of a movie and I'm like oh that was like cool action and wrapped up in the end. And then a horror movie, like most people die, and then it's usually like left either on a sad note or kind of a like they'll be like, oh, somebody made it out, but then the last scene is like a hand, like the zombie hand coming up or whatever, and you're like, well, it's not over. So I don't know. I'm always like, it's always a low note on a horror movie. So I think that's what I don't like about them.
You should watch the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay.
It was like it just was a lot of fun. It's a very fun movie. Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna come back next week and
scream.
That wasn't
like fun. Don't expect any kind of depth. Don't expect any kind of depth. It's just a fun horror movie.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't even think I like depth in my horror. You know what I mean? Like I don't want it. I don't want it to
don't
be
want those brainy horror movies.
Yeah, I don't need that. But yeah, I don't know why. I've never been a big fan of them. I have friends that are huge fans of horror, but I can't get into it. I can't watch it. I don't know if anybody in the chat really likes horror. I would love to know what everybody's favorite horror movie is, because it's so far out of my element that it's just something I don't watch. So. I was trying to think if I've watched anything recently. I thought I watched something recently. Oh, I watched finally Nobody. And I know it's not a horror movie,
Nobody was awesome.
Freaking incredible. So good. So I was
that
was
a great movie.
But I just watched it and it was great. So but yeah, chat. Tell me your horror movies. I want to know. What you like. What do you like, Stat? What's your favorite horror?
Oh, that's a huge question. I tend more towards monster movies. I mean, as far as your slasher types, I'd probably say Friday the 13th, because half the time you're rooting for Jason. He didn't do much wrong. Come on, just hanging out. He's just swimming. Nobody's paying attention to him. Then he lives in the woods as a hillbilly, and he goes, "Hey, I'm gonna go see my mom." Sees her head get cut off. I can't blame him. I mean, that's a tough call.
Identifies with
Some drink
Jason.
digs him up. And then he becomes Frankenstein. So, yeah. But I don't know. I like a lot of monster movies. But franchise, Alien's
the
good,
Art and
Predator's
Times
good.
of Jay Ryan, saying The Thing. And I will say I read the book that The Thing was based on.
Who goes there?
Yeah. Who Goes There? Great. Great book, phenomenal book, and I think I like that movie. That's like kind of a creature horror. So yeah, I think I like monster movies. Like Predator's fantastic if you consider that. I guess I didn't consider it a horror movie.
It's a
Evil
like
Dead,
a beefy guy slasher.
It's a what?
It's a beefy guy slasher is what it is.
Beefy guy slasher. Yeah.
Dude doesn't like guys with muscles.
Yeah, he doesn't. Kokoshuko, yeah, Evil Dead. I have watched Evil Dead a number of times, and
that's a horror
always a
movie.
classic. Yeah, it's a horror movie. I think the reason it's I I like that one. It's not quite as like gory and stuff. And Bruce Campbell's pretty funny in
Got
it.
Three Stooges humor.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, absolutely. So, what about you, Cal? What's your favorite horror movie?
If I'm allowed, I'll choose Lost Boys. I wouldn't really call it horror, but when I
What do you
watched
mean if
it,
you're
when I was-
allowed?
Vampires.
well, if you guys will allow me that to call that a horror movie,
It is a
Yeah.
horror
I'll pick
movie.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just so much fun. It is like, I don't know. I watch Lost Boys. I try and watch it once a year. It's such a fun movie, and it's very gory at times. It's very funny at other times. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's a rare Joel Schumacher gem because he doesn't have a lot of gems. And to think that movie started out so differently. It started out with like, it's called The Lost Boys. It started out with like a Peter Pan kind of a feel where all the characters were like Goonies age, and it evolved to what we have now. And yeah, I freaking love that movie. So good.
I have that argument all the time with people where it's like, it's not a horror movie, it's not scary, but I mean, like, the situation itself is scary. So I mean, it's put in that category because it's supernatural and there are monsters trying to kill people. But I mean, like, they're not all like Monster Squad would be considered
Monster
a horror
Squad.
movie,
Yeah, I love
that's
that
a movie anybody could watch.
Yeah, I now that's a horror I can get behind. Monster Squad.
Yeah,
I remember watching that as like very young, watching that movie and loving it.
There's a movie that came out a couple of years ago. I think it was on Netflix. It's called Vampires vs. the Bronx.
Huh.
And
How did we miss this?
if you're a fan of Monster Squad, Goonies, Lost Boys, like it's a modern movie, but it's completely in that vein.
Oh,
It's
nice.
like coming of age story, 3 young boys, trying to save their neighborhood from vampires who moved into the Bronx. It was good. I was pleasantly surprised with it. It was a fun movie.
Oh yeah, Vampires vs. the Bronx.
We'll steer you right, Macho.
I'm gonna have to watch it. What's that?
We'll steer you right. We'll get you some good horror.
Yeah, I
movies.
mean, I will watch good horror, or not. Sorry, not good or bad horror. I will watch things that are not just like I said, the weird indie, Color Out of Space, or like I'm
How
not
about
into
Dog
the.
Soldiers? Have you seen that?
No,
that
I wouldn't
one
be
out.
into the one. What's the one that it's like Midsummer? Like I don't think I'd like that.
You don't like those A24 stuff, man.
No, and then there's one. It was one that came out, and it was like Lamb, and it was like this little lamb boy. And
did you see that?
I saw this preview. No, I saw the preview, and
I want to see
it
that
just
movie.
like made me like sick
So
to my
weird.
stomach watching it. I just didn't. It was so strange and weird, and like they're gonna murder this little lamb child, and I was like, I don't know why I couldn't watch that. I couldn't watch that movie. But if you guys give me the right,
I've
horror,
got
I
to
would
see
give it a
that.
shot.
Yeah.
Ugh. Macho might like Mandy though. No, is Mandy?
Andy was really good.
Which
That's
one
with
is that? I
Nicolas
know-
Cage, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Nick Cage. What was that? I can't remember what was going on in that one. Cal's talked about this.
Yeah, it's so Nick Cage's girlfriend or wife, I don't know. I don't remember what they are. He's like, I don't remember what he does, but they live basically like out in the wilderness, and his lady friend gets kidnapped by these really weird, they almost seem like they're supernatural monster guys, and they
Hippies.
well, I don't know. So basically, it's a cult. It's a religious cult. The guys are not
Yeah.
monsters, but they're like a band of weird, like Mad Maxy motorcycle guys that are like hired to kidnap people, and they kidnap her. Wait, am I thinking of a different movie? Nicolas
I have
Cage
no
has so
idea.
many weirdly strange movies the last several years.
Those are the
I
only
might
kind he
be
accepts.
mixing.
He has
What's
a
that?
sign outside his office that says "weird roles only."
Yeah, right.
Like that's
Um,
a literal thing. He doesn't do like drama anymore. He only does weird stuff.
I think this is the one, but he has a chainsaw fight with a guy. Like they each have a chainsaw at one point. It's cool. It's really entertaining. It's definitely not a feel good movie, but
Not going to be as good as Dennis Hopper.
what?
There's two little chainsaws.
Text
I just
Chainsaw
put,
2.
Nope.
I just put Vampire versus the Bronx on my watch list. It seems to be still on Netflix. Everyone,
Okay.
just so you know.
Would you wear
All
a
right,
pink
well-
shirt, Macho? You probably wouldn't, would you?
I'd totally wear a pink shirt. You send me a pink shirt.
I'm just giving you like
Oh, I
bright neon colors, like bike.
Purple's my
bicyclist
favorite color.
colors.
If anybody wants to know,
Oh,
purple's my favorite color.
Hmm.
You go with purple. I'd totally wear a pink shirt. I wore a Hawaiian shirt last night. Looked real good in it too. It had some pink in it. Anyway, that was named that death. I don't know who won. I'm gonna say I won because I answered the first question right. And
you're the
since
only
Mark's
one that
not
answered.
here, I feel like I could that could be a legitimate way to end that.
Yeah, I think
Right?
we're good.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go for that.
All
Well
right,
done.
good. I'll take my win and I'll walk away. Thank you. But I kind of like I started to derail it. I just kind of got into I don't know. I think it's fun sometimes talking about like I just don't know enough about horror, and I think it's kind of fun learning about stuff like that. So figured it was worth checking.
You could watch the
out.
Howling sequels. You get a laugh out of those.
The Howling.
Each
My
one of them is
sister's
terrible.
Werewolf.
my sister's a werewolf.
Yeah, that. Maybe you could skip that one. I'm sure you wouldn't love that one.
Pretty dang bad.
It's really bad. They all are, but I mean, those are ones that should have had a remake because they all have decent story ideas, but there's no like budget or acting or anything like that.
Right.
Especially the sixth one.
Oh my gosh, 6.
I didn't get that far.
Yeah, well, they did like 7 or 8, but I mean, the sixth one, like, it's like about a guy. He's a drifter, and he's going from town to town, and he finds this place like restoring a church with this pastor and his daughter and stuff, and he's kind of settled down. And then this evil circus comes in. That's
Evil
Oh.
circus.
vampire, and and it's like a freak show circus. So then that the bad guy wants to capture him for this werewolf for his freak show kind of thing. And the fifth one's like a whodunit in a castle. Like one of y'all is a werewolf and you're murdering people. We got to figure out which one of you it is, kind of thing. But
horror that I've gotten to like is it's a TV show though is Stranger Things. Like I mean that's mainstream horror and I like that.
Yeah, I like Stranger Things a lot.
It's coming out. I think the new season's coming out like in a week or something.
Noise.
yeah, I didn't like the second season, but I like the first and the third. All right,
Yeah, second season wasn't good, but
the X-Men in it.
yeah, it was. They were trying too hard. Yeah, they were trying too hard, but
I think this is the last season though.
yeah, it
Good,
looked
'cause the
like
kids are like
it's
30.
that there was like super upside down man is in this season. Did you see the you see
Perfect name for him.
super upside down man?
Oh, no, it's super upside down, man.
He's the upside down in like humanoid form. Looked like.
Oh, weird.
And he has he looks I don't know what he looks like. Looks a little bit silly, but it's a movie about the 80s and 90s
It's
now.
gonna be Matthew Modine.
It's I don't know what to think, but yeah. Hopefully it'll be good. The art and times of Jay Ryan says ginger snaps. I don't know what that is. Probably a horror
I
movie.
don't know.
Movie.
I don't know if that one's for you.
Oh no.
You know what I enjoyed?
I think it is for me. There's a bunch of recipes for ginger snaps. It looks delicious.
Yeah.
On Epics, I think. Harold Pirno, who is on Lost, is the main character, and it's called From. And it's about this little town where people end up there from all over the United States. Like they'll be driving through a forest and they'll end up in this little town. They can't leave. If they try and leave, they end up back in the town. And there are these monsters that come out at night that look just like people, but then
Isn't it Twin Pines?
It's different than that. It's not. That's
Not Twin Pines.
Twin
What's
Peaks.
the book? Not Twin Peaks. There's a book I read that this is the book I read. What is it?
It's
I can tell you
similar,
what it is.
but that one has no supernatural elements to it. This one does.
It does.
What is it called? I watched the show of that.
I can tell you what it is in 1 second. Let me pull up my
Wayward.
Audible
Is it
library.
Wayward Pines?
Wayward Pines. That's the one. Yeah.
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 That one
that
disappointed
was
me
a
because I
great
thought it
book.
was supernatural, and then it ended up being
They're
totally
like
not.
it's not supernatural. It's like genetically engineered, right? Something
Yeah.
like that.
This one though is like it's full on. I think it's full on supernatural. Some people think it's aliens. I don't know. It's really good though. You kind of have to get past some of the acting. Like Harold Pirno's,
What's
like
it
he
called?
just overshadows everybody. It's called From. It's on Epic though, so you have to have a Epic
Good luck
subscription.
searching it. Ha
Ha!
Yeah, right. From on Epics, you could search.
Yeah, I know.
Also, Outer Range was kind of. I don't know if it's going to be good yet. The first season didn't really tell you anything, but it's like it's a modern western, kind of like Yellowstone, but with supernatural elements.
Did any of you guys
pretty
watch
cool.
the Halo show at all?
No.
I watched a couple of episodes. If you played Halo the video game, it kind of gives you some like, feel good Halo vibes, but the guy who plays Master Chief is not great. And you never see Master Chief in the video game, so like I kind of didn't like that he just like takes his helmet off immediately.
But
You're
Master
like,
Chief is you.
Master Chief.
You're Master Chief in the
Yeah,
video game.
you are Master Chief. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Is that so?
That guy didn't look anything like me.
Yeah, I know, right? Still hijacking. I just thought about this hijacking the horror thing. I played a horror video game though that I love. Have you ever played The Forest, David?
I
The
have
Forest.
that. I have not got into it. I have the game. I just haven't got into it.
It's on Steam.
It's very hard. I think it is a Steam game.
Okay.
I have it on console though, and it's like you're on an airplane and the airplane crashes and you're on this island. It's an enormous island, and you wake up. It's first person, and you're in the cockpit of the plane. You get out, and the first thing is you have like a hatchet. That's the only thing you got in a backpack, and you have to survive. So as you're surviving, you build a little shelter, like a fire, and you got to cook food and all this stuff. So there's all these things you have to do. There's always like a chore to get done, but that progresses the game because eventually you start seeing these like people running around, and they're these like weird offshoot, mutant people that have they've been on this island inbreeding for however many hundreds of years, and but they're all cannibals. So they
Like
drag you
Wrong
in
Turn,
this
the game.
cave eventually. What's that?
It's like Wrong Turn, the game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. So they're these like inbred, weird mutant people. Like, and some of them are blue, just like you ever heard of the Blue People of Kentucky? It's the same thing.
I was gonna say it's a Kentucky family.
Anyway. Yeah. Right. And there's and it's very bloody, and so you got to survive, and so you'll you can cut people up and like cook down their flesh off their bones and get their bones to like make stuff or like weapons and things like that. Anyway, and your whole goal is to find your son who's been abducted by these like creepy mutant people. And I've gotten really far into the game. There's this giant sinkhole that's like thousands of feet deep, and you're trying to get down into it. Like that's to progress the story. You got to get down in there. And I've gotten down in there, and I'm like, I gotta be right at the end of the game, but I keep dying. Stupid blue freaking mutant people keep killing me, and there's like it'll jump scare the crap out of you because you have your headphones on, and I'm like have the lights off, and I'm playing this game, and I'm like creeping through a cave, and all of a sudden like somebody like will scream and through the headphones and run at you and all you have is a torch or whatever. It's pretty good. Anyway, I recommend
Cal,
it.
you're gonna need to do a horror episode because right now Macho's coming off a bigger horror fan than Dave Ora.
I know, right? I'm just like I thought it was like an interesting. We got onto it, and then I have all these thoughts on it. I wanted to get it off my chest.
Good. Yeah. Hey, you're not gonna find us any. How can I find us complaining at all about that? We all live horror.
Cal's just listening because he's coloring right now. He's coloring his
Well,
little
I'm
macho
in the
character.
conversation. It's easy to flatten stuff when you're talking.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Crayolas. I'm like, hot dang.
You want to see where I am
Nah,
on
he's-
macho?
Let's see it. Yeah.
I'm way in the. I just flattened and
It looks
started
just
some
like me.
shading.
You'll see. I have a knobbly neck. You'll see what I'm talking about. It looks just like me. Look at me.
Bike.
I gave you the
I mean,
vampire fangs and everything.
it's very lifelike. I mean, I do have a shirt that just literally says "bike" for Bike Mag. I have one. I mean, it's not that different. It's black instead of blue.
Oh.
No, you don't
All
need
right.
to make it black. You can make it whatever color you want.
I don't like this color. I was having trouble coming up with a color. What the heck? Oh,
Orange. So they can see
Yeah,
it
change
biking.
That's right.
anyway, yeah. So this is fun.
There you go.
It's. I know it's not. I know it's not like the best anybody's ever done.
I love
but
it.
I have fun doing it.
I think it's amazing.
What color is bike on your shirt?
It's
on your bike shirt?
white. It's very it's a
Oh.
very it's just in white. And you know why it's like that is because a lot of bike people get grease all over themselves. Like I wear black to work every single day because I fix dirty bikes and I'll get grease on me and I know that it won't show up if I'm wearing black. So pretty
Right.
much always in black.
Okay, cool. No, that looks so much better. Oh my gosh, thank you.
What's the thing behind our panel tonight? Your screen right there. I
Horror
want to know
stuff.
what it is.
Okay.
It does. It looks like blood splatter.
It is. There's blood splatter. Where is it? Data, Breaking Red, thumbnails. What is it called? Oh yeah, here it is. This is awful. It's the worst Photoshop I've ever done. I did it super fast today, because I was trying to do all this other stuff. But yeah, this is
What the heck?
so
I don't get it.
it's just a mess. It's like a futuristic westerny town, and
There's
then
a bunch of
there's a guy
dogs.
on like a motorcycle, like a hover cycle thing here. You can kind of see that.
Yeah.
And then there's dogs and cats raining.
There's
from
Dog
the
the
sky.
Bounty Hunter even.
You caught it. Good job. Yeah, dogs hiding up there.
That's awesome.
Hi.
Oh, right. This is the thing I didn't do. You know what? This is a great segue for us to go into
Cat up here.
to top that.
And look at this dog. Look at he's splattering onto the ground. It's so sad. I got the saddest looking dog to be the one that's splattering onto the ground. So anyway, we don't have to look at that anymore.
ridiculous and I
Thank
love
God.
It's ridiculous and I love
Awful.
it. All right. Well, I think let's go ahead and move on to top that. Cal, you ready?
I'm king, and they know it. When I snap my fingers, everybody says sure, I'm hot, and you're not. But if you want to hang with me, I'll give it one shot. Top that.
You ready,
Hi.
Cal?
So this is sorry, I'm getting a text. This is Top That, America's #1 story pitch game show. We each get 2 minutes to pitch our story based on last week's prompts, 2 weeks ago's prompts that we came up with. And those are the premise is the founders of a town where the average IQ of the residents is abnormally high. The genre is colonization sci-fi, and the prompt is raining cats and dogs. And those are our criteria for tonight. We each get 2 minutes. If we go over 2 minutes, happens
Get
to you.
Arnie.
Get Arnie. And that's it. The winner gets bragging rights for 3 seconds while we remember who won, if we even know. And that's it. And Macho, you're the only one not pitching tonight, so you get to pick who goes first.
I get to judge. All right, or pick who. Yeah, I want to do that. All right, so Stat's doing it. I want Stat to go first.
It's always me. It's always.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
It's always
I don't
you.
even care.
It's you.
It's okay. I'll do it. I don't care. I don't care at all. Hold on. Let me get my timer. 10 minutes. 2 minutes.
10 minutes, huh? Awesome.
I have to time my daughter school stuff 10 minutes each, so it's automatically on 10. Okay, we're on 2 now, and I'm going to solo Stat, and your 2 minutes starts
All right.
now.
Okay, in the town of Not Eureka, Colonel Trey Blazer is working up a missile-like ship to go and colonize the planet next door. However, he's run into some opposition with his arch nemesis, Randather, who has developed a weather manipulating machine that actually has gone terribly wrong and will rain cats and dogs. So upon weaponizing it, he aims to bury this town of residents with abnormally high IQs, called Not Eureka. And that's as far as I got, because I just came up with this 2 seconds ago.
Oh, I love
it. All right. You did better
Tune
than
in
me.
to see how it ends.
Tune in. You did better than me, because I haven't even done that much. So
there will be no problem topping that. So top that.
Done.
Well, at least you stayed under 2 minutes.
Yeah, I
did. Always look at the bright side, guys.
Yeah, man. I
All
feel
right,
like $100.
I think Cal needs to top that next.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes,
Bottom of the barrel. Here's to me.
Put your hat on at a jaunty angle. Get ready.
Oh, I minimized the wrong screen. Hold on. All right.
It's kind of like turning the ignition switch.
It is. He's ready to go.
It feels weird.
She had legs that went all the way up.
The line is she had legs that went from her ankles all the way up to the. Well, I don't remember. It was more bitty than that.
She had
the bottom
face.
of her skirt.
She was born that way. Weird.
And two beady eyes.
Okay, I like this better. This is better. Okay. I'll solo. Pull up my pitch. Okay. Cal, your 2 minutes starts. Not 4 hours. I just said it for 4 hours and 2 minutes.
Ooh, it's gonna be a long episode.
2 minutes starts now. On planet Krispy Kreme in the Breakfast Nook galaxy, the citizens weren't too bright. When Earth's corporations began colonizing other planets, the earliest people to volunteer were generally also those with the lowest IQs. And with Krispy Kreme being the very first, the colony was also the very stupidest. That's why it was such a surprise when the founders of Grand Slamwich, the newest town on Krispy Kreme, were found to have IQs bordering on the genius level. The academic team sent out for a once-a-decade testing found that the intelligence of the average citizen of Grand Slamwich was higher than anyone they tested in the newest galaxy of Carlos O'Brien's Pollo Fundido in the nearby Tex-Mex galaxy, which had consistently had the highest IQs in the entire culinary quadrant. As puzzling as these findings were to the team of scientists and educators, nothing could have prepared them for what came next. When the skies darkened and the warm breeze picked up, they figured they were in for one of Krispy Kreme's signature monsoons. But what started falling from those clouds wasn't raindrops, but Bichon Frises, calicos, Dalmatians, orange tabbies, corgis. You get the point. It was raining actual cats and dogs, and you can imagine the horror show that ensued. Not even the cats were landing on all fours. A literal bloodbath with an alarming amount of wet, gooey shrapnel that lasted the better part of an hour.
God.
But the worst of it was the bone shards that impaled and embedded themselves into helpless pedestrians trying to flee the grisly, macabre deluge. Who was to blame for the cuddly downpour? One of the brainiacs in Grand Slamwich? a member of the testing team, or maybe some jealous numbnuts from Carlos O'Brien's Pollo Fundido. Tune in to Pain Drops Keep Falling and find out. Top that! I can't do the thing. I can't do the thing. Top that. Is that it?
Dude.
Top that.
Yeah, that's it. You did it perfect. You did it perfect. I honestly really liked it. I enjoyed that.
Thank you. It's because it made you hungry.
I'm in a horror mood. I'm in a horror mood tonight, and the wet gooey shrapnel was probably my favorite line.
Brownie with the chance of hairballs. I like that. Yeah, so that was my pitch.
That was great. I loved it. Chat, you can chime in too. If you like it, tell us. And,
yeah, we need some votes, chat.
Yeah. Please vote. 1,
All
2, or 3. 1 for Stat, 2 for Cal, 3 for David the Dime. You ready, David the Dime?
Speaking of,
there he is.
I don't know. I feel like we should. Where is it? Oh, I don't have David the Dime queued up. Sorry, David.
Yeah, I'll be okay if you never play that again.
Well, actually, we'll have it for your segment later. Here you go.
Yeah.
Your 2 minutes starts now.
In the year 1789, a small town by the name of Imperius was established by the famed Frenchman Witty Savior. It was nestled in a cozy plain at the foot of a mountain. He founded this little haven with the vision of a home for those blessed with superior intellect and hoped to use it to better the world as he saw it ought to be. One day it began to rain. Some might say it was raining cats and dogs. As the rains pummeled the little settlement, the residents saw this would lead to an inevitable catastrophe if it did not let up. Witty called a town meeting on how to best to address a possible incoming ruin. After hours of debate, one townsman, Clark, suggested the community relocate to Mars and colonize the planet, where they could live free from apocalyptic downpours. The townsfolk agreed and applauded their lofty ambition. Well, all but one. Alan, the village idiot, did not attend the meeting. He simply left his cottage and walked a good distance up the base of the mountain. As he sat upon a great rock looking down at the meeting hall, he heard the sound of applause through the rain. Just as he thought to himself, he'd been sitting there for at least 2 hours now. A great flood ripped through the town, drowning everyone there. All was washed away, and there were no superior intellects to be found anywhere.
Top that. There you go.
Not one of us had them looking up and yelling, "We found a food source."
Oh man, yeah, that would have been pretty good. Collecting the falling animals to, cook at their Chinese restaurants. Oh man, they're all very good.
Don't lie.
I applaud all of you. Well done.
I'm here so none of the regulars come in last place.
Oh.
And that was
That's
Top
very
That,
nice of you.
everybody. The Story
That
Pitch
was.
Game Show. What are you doing, Cal? You're into it.
I do the tongue thing when I'm being creative. Sorry.
Cal's-
Not that shading a Tumblr art of macho is creative, but I guess to me it is. So who wins?
It sure is handsome. Tonight I got to give it to you, Cal. I liked your pitch.
Bragging rights.
Made me hungry for Krispy Kreme. David's wasn't descriptive enough. I like his descriptive pitches. He wasn't as descriptive tonight.
You want to know something? I deliberately
I knew
deliberately did that.
I knew that.
Because I think it wasn't last week. It was like the week before or something. I wasn't on, but I caught some of the show. And I heard this person going on about how I have too much adjectives in my pitches. So I wrote this with as little descriptive stuff as possible. And then I was going to give that person a hard time. But they're not on tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know it's not me because I would never use the word adjectives.
They're complaining about the adjectives.
Yeah.
So I did an adjective-free.
I appreciate your adjectives and your descriptors. I think it's great because David literally tries to paint the picture in your mind of what everything looks like and how sticky it is or slimy or whatever he's trying to describe. It's really great.
I like the trip and fall down a hill approach.
Oh yeah, I mean you're really good at that too, Stat. I gotta give you credit, man. No,
hitting branches.
Yeah,
on the
but
way
tonight
down,
your winner is Cal. Cal, take a bow, everybody. Take a bow. Well done. All right, that was top that. But I think we move on right now, and since we have our special guest Stat Zero, he has something that he likes to call the Stat Report.
He does.
Indeed, he does, and I'm just stalling until I find the stat.
Hot dang! It's been such a busy day. I didn't even choose one.
Oh, on the spot.
Hey,
What do you got?
how you doing?
Hi, Stat. Good to see you. How
I
are you?
think so too. I'm one of the only people I think maybe in all of crowdfunding, all of YouTube that doesn't mind being, giant. And look at all you ants down there.
I'm gonna vote on your on your poll right now.
Which the one that's going on right now?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't even remember what that is. I've done like 73 of these things.
That's amazing. You're getting some of them. You're getting a whole lot of traction on.
Yeah, but not lately.
Oh,
because they're not. Well, I mean, I know exactly which buttons to push if I want like 400, but I don't really like going there.
So tell us what the stat report is, Stat, and then get to the data.
So this was named by those guys, the guys that put me on this screen. I do these polls every single day, and I've been doing them for must be a couple of months, 2-3 months now. Just pulling questions out of wherever I can get them about crowdfunding, comics, things like that, just to see what people think. And usually we talk about them, but right now I'm trying to find one that actually has something, like that's not real cut and dry. It's some of these you'll say like, hey, do you like black and white comics or color? And everybody's like, whatever suits the story. And you're like,
yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's like every other one. Okay, here we go. We'll share this one. See what you guys think on this. So 268 votes. How do you see Comicsgate as an ideal, a brand, a community, or other? In this case, 57.1, the community won it.
Oh.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, there are some that use it as a brand. Pop that up there and stuff. I mean, not so much on their books and stuff like that. Now, the ideal, that's what brought most of us here. So I kind of thought maybe that would be a little bit higher. A lot of people in the comment said a network. That's quite a bit of the other there.
Okay.
So what do you guys think? How do you see it?
I know Mutt likes to say it was a movement, and he says was because he says the movement started, I guess it was like 2017. 2017 to maybe 2020, I think, is when he says the original Comicsgate movement was happening, and that's when a lot of what the initial, that was what when the kind of the heavy hitters were up and coming. That's when EVS was getting really platformed and Malin and all them and really, digging into why this is an issue. And then it kind of spiraled maybe 2020 to now into more, it is more of a brand or more of a community for sure. So I would say now what it is probably more of a community. Yeah. I probably didn't do him I didn't do a great job of describing it the way he would. Mutt's he loves to talk about that. So
yeah, he does.
I feel like the creators see it as a network, and the fans see it as more of a community.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Most of the fans don't really need a network. So
Right.
much.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
But another one that I oh, good.
No, I was just gonna say, I think some people, unfortunately, creators specifically saw it as a revenue stream. More like they saw it as a way to make money. And a lot of those people didn't stay around very long. Like they're gone.
Sure.
And they're not creating content or interacting in any way. So that's fine because they get weeded out. But I think that some people saw it that way for sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead
All
with
right,
what you were saying. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, well, I had another one that I did was this just a couple days ago. It was really funny because most people thought this is really pointless, but then they started discussing it in the comments and got into all kinds of I was looking at a manga book the other day, and I'm just looking at the book, the quality and all that stuff. The books themselves aren't that great of quality. The paper's really rough. It's quickly put together, and it's usually smaller. In this case, I put the I will take both because I knew that's what everybody was going to say. So, but a cheaper book, both in price and paper stock. So I mean, usually manga goes like $8 to 10, depending on what you're doing. Black and white book with more pages, kind of like a manga. Or would you like a higher quality product, color book with fewer pages, like what goes on with the average crowdfunders? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get 48 to 60 pages for $25 to $40 or whatever like that, not counting shipping. And it's the yes and no's were dead tied, which I found that kind of interesting. But it's always funny. Like I did another poll where people said they prefer color, and it was a pretty wide margin that prefer color. But that certainly must just be this little section of comics, because manga's cleaning up all over the place. Only the last couple of years, from 2020 up, it increased. Oh geez, I can't even remember the numbers. It was a lot. I mean, our Target's it never used to, but now it's got a shelf of permanent and a big end cap right now, full of it. And they only ever carried comics every once in a while, and that would be Watchmen or something like that every once in a while. Like when there's a series or a movie or something out, they maybe pull one out, dust it off. But I hear so much about manga and how great it is and the variety and all that stuff. But then when it comes down to, hey, what do you prefer? What do you want to buy? Most people say they want color, higher quality. But then given the choice, most of them are going to buy manga. It's kind of a weird, tug and pull back and forth kind of thing. Unless, there's some that probably wait for some of the deluxe versions, because not every manga gets it. But I know Berserk has 50 million hardcover copies, and some of those, I'm sure Attack on Titan or My Hero Academia will get nicer copies than they got. But that stuff's built to move really fast, fairly cheap, and I mean it's accessible, and that's I think part of the reason kids love it and they grab onto it, because if you like one, there's 25 more volumes waiting there.
Yeah, I don't know how they pump it out so fast. It's crazy.
Well, they usually do it in magazine form.
Yeah.
A few pages a week.
Yeah.
And then they collect those really fast and then put those into a volume. And those guys work some of them work 16, 18 hours a day, just on a conveyor belt.
Drawing.
Right.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to weigh in too. That's tough because that's tough.
Most people just said that it's a comic book and it looks good, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, David? I want to know your opinion. I think I know your opinion, but I want to know.
There's a lot to if you look at the format, right, of manga. we'll say technically, right, it's probably cheaper. It's not like the pages aren't newsprint. They're like a couple steps above newsprint, but they're
Really
not
rough stuff. Yeah.
they're not the quality of, comics, right?
Right.
But that's such a like a nominal factor as far as the quality of the art, the consistency of the art, the quality of the story, the even like transportability, right? So like carrying around a couple comic book issues versus carrying around a kind of a novel size manga with a nice hard spine. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
It's a bit easier
Yeah.
to take that with you to go read wherever you're on the bus. I don't know. It's
Probably built
if
with
you
that in
look at
mind.
say again.
Probably built with that in mind because they're always on subways and stuff like that in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
There's I don't really kind of see it as a, well, I don't know. There's a lot to it because of manga, like a lot of the manga, like if you just get a regular volume, right? Most things, say they're $9.99.
Mm-hmm.
If you go pick up like a 20-page comic book, they're $3.99 with ads. Like there's no ads in manga. Comics are like the quality, the inconsistency, the size, like what you get. It's just I don't know. There's more bang for your buck.
When I was looking at this, I was thinking about like crowdfunded comics. Like the first thing people always talk about is the quality. Like are the pages nice? Is that, look at the cardstock cover? How is that? Like they go through like how's the color put on there and stuff like this. And then I look at like manga and it's just black and white, kind of rough paper. It's I think if it were crowdfunded like that, I don't know how people would react to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's interesting that it's so popular and so many people love it. But if they're paying for it, like in a crowdfunder, it seems to be a different standard.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement. That does seem to be true, but it's like I said, my own opinion. I don't think it actually matters that much as far as like, okay, is it actually a good book? That's
right.
That's like the big thing, Like I don't care. What's that line and like kind of that line in Tommy Boy when he's pitching the brake pads, about like with the warranty. Like I can take a crap in a box and slap a warranty on it. Like it's the same kind of thing with comics. Like it's like a polished turd if the book is no good.
Right.
And that's exactly where this one came from. I'm just kind of watching all this stuff and people are arguing over quality issues and stuff, but then they're talking about some of these lesser books that look nicer just art-wise being so great. And then you put this up and people are like, well, what does this question matter? And then you look in the comments and they're going back and forth on paper quality and stuff like that. And it's a weird thing, but it's exactly what these mundane questions are kind of designed to do. Like get people thinking about like, why do you like comics? What do you like about comics? Not just the stories and stuff like that, but some people like that tactile feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like why you want to own physical versus just swiping it on a screen.
Yeah, but I buy a lot of dollar bin comics. So I buy like beat up, crusty old,
You like them crusty?
Yeah, I like them crusty. And I don't know, like I love a really nice, high quality, beautiful comic book. But it is really nice to like I love buying trades because you get a contained story, like a pretty much contained story. And I like manga. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know enough about it. I haven't ever read one. Like that's pretty self-contained. Most of those, chunky books you get, right? If not more than one story, it's probably like 4 or 5, right?
It's like a day in a life.
Yeah.
It's more like TV than it is because Japan's a big TV country.
Yeah.
You're going to get lots of episodes. I've only got one. That's Domu from the guy that did Akira.
Yeah.
It's about this nasty old dude that like he has mind powers and he makes people like kill themselves and stuff so that he can get their stuff. Like if he likes their hat or something.
Oh, geez.
And then there's this little girl that's got mind powers too that thinks he's a bully and they go fighting each other in the apartment complex.
They get mind powering each other.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty intense. I mean, it's
Sounds like
the Akira guy. It's not very long. It's one volume, and Dark Horse put it out a while ago, so mine reads from left to right. But yeah, don't have much of that. I should look into something else.
I would say too with manga, there's one of the things is you get a lot of right. So it's an Eastern medium, right? Mm-hmm. I think that there's kind of a novelty to it for people that are in the West because it's coming from a place that has different mindsets, different belief systems, different superstitions, different on a ton of points. So the content that they create is kind of more unique than to us than the content that we create for ourselves. Like we're always digging into what we've got in our wheelhouse in the West. So when you get something that comes from somewhere else, it's kind of refreshing,
It's kind of like some of those sci-fi Euro albums. Just either like just really expansive, don't have a ton to say, or it's all philosophy. Yeah.
Which I mean that none of that has to do with the actual poll, but
not at all.
I don't know. I'm just thinking of differences. I think the poll itself it's got some good. I mean, I think that the results of it are pretty.
Yeah.
Almost obvious.
Yeah. Well, if I would have taken away the, I'll take both. I'm sure other would have taken it.
Yeah. I mean, it just seems when you go one way or the other, like roughly 85% of people don't really care.
Right.
So
but that's something like to really, people keep on looking at manga and how it's doing well here. And, it's just like, you tell them there's diversity of story. There's the cheapness of the book. I mean, the cost wise and stuff like that. And it's just something that American bookmakers could maybe look at and say, what are they doing? But
right.
They really don't, even though they're getting their clocks cleaned on a weekly basis by this stuff. It's kind of weird.
You know what manga, one thing about manga that it will never do is it will never just drop a series halfway through, cancel it, and then turn around and reboot the series 6 months later.
Right.
And keep doing that like over and over and over. Like Western comics. Yeah. It's like it's the way that the big publishers are.
Yeah. Well, it just feels like nothing matters at that point. Like, oh well, we screwed up.
Yeah.
Let's start it over. Well, that's movies too. Can't really.
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing it. It's getting worse and worse. But yeah, I feel like there's some pluses. I wish Mutt was here because he would argue this to the death. But I think there is some pluses about that. It would be neat to see somebody take that approach in Western comics for sure. And just I think a lot of them are so focused on the art, they let people take, months and months and months to put it out. Put out 3 issues, it's like one issue a week for 3 weeks. And then they take a, 3-month break or whatever.
Right.
That's what it feels like. It'd be cool to see them spend less time on the colors and whatever, maybe the art, and just like put out a cool book and just pump it out real fast.
With Mutt, usually it's the art style that he's not.
He hates. Because
I was going to say, like, if it were the case of just not finding it, I mean, I'm sure we could find like one where guys are just fishing and talking about fishing.
Yeah.
And then trying to catch that big fish. They've got stuff like that.
There's we need to get him a book, and they're making something, like some sort of food, and it's just them making,
and they got them
sushi. It's a manga about making sushi. I think Mutt would appreciate that.
A couple of dudes making, they've got all that stuff.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm sure they have manga for like literally every topic out there.
Voracious readers.
So strange, yeah. But it'd be cool to see. Well, why don't we go ahead? Are you finished with your stat report?
That's it.
All
I didn't have it.
Why don't we move on to talking from talking about manga to talking about
horror?
Box.
The short bus with
the short bus, man. The short box
with David the Dime.
Contents of the box. All stats. All stats.
gonna take my shirt off and put on a cowboy hat.
It's so good every time. It's worth it every time.
He just sits there silently, like, I hate this video.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you guys run with this for a minute. I have to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
He has to use the restroom. He's gonna be coloring his. He's gonna be flatting in the restroom.
In the bathroom with the iPad.
Yeah, probably.
So what you guys got this week?
What do we got for books? I actually don't have anything. To be honest,
nothing?
as far as books to show off, no.
Yeah.
I haven't had anything come around the store or
that's worth anything.
Yeah, that's really caught my attention. There's no books that people have ordered in that I've looked at and I've gone, oh hey, this is pretty neat. I will tell you one of the things though that I did just pick up is oh man, I gotta find it. Oh, so this is issue number 2 that I just got. This one right here.
Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. All right.
Yes.
Is it good?
I enjoy it, but this because I'm a big Godzilla nerd.
Oh yeah, Godzilla's awesome.
When somebody had ordered it, and so it came in, and I was looking through it, and the thing that's really impressive about it is like the cover art. The art's the same through the whole entire book.
See, that's something that I appreciate, and that's one of the things Mark is like a big stickler for. He hates seeing cover art that's incredible, and then that you open up the inside and it's like stick figures, and it's just like crap art. It's so annoying.
Well, now I got a geek question. What's your favorite period for movies?
For movies?
For Godzilla?
For Godzilla movies,
Godzilla, yeah.
Showa,
I can't remember the period names. But
Showa, Heisei, Millennium, current, or legendary.
Okay, so the early stuff, the 60s, 70s stuff, that's what I grew up on.
Okay, yeah, it's Showa. That went for like the 70s. Was it the second Mecha Godzilla was the last one in the Showa, and then it went
like the 90s.
Yeah, the Heisei was like the 80s and 90s, and then it went dormant for a while, and then came back for 2002 Final Wars, and then it went dark again, and then Legendary.
I think like the 80s and 90s is probably my favorite. Like Godzilla 1985 I absolutely love that. It's that's one of the things. There's 3 Godzilla movies that are, I would say, they're the horror movies. So it would be like the very first one.
Yep.
1985, and then Shin Godzilla.
Oh, what about GMK?
GMK.
The one where he comes back and he's got like white eyes and he's like murdering everybody because he's powered by souls.
That one is like I really like that one.
It's a weird one.
It's like a one-off, where like Ghidorah is good.
Yeah.
He's like the spirit guy who's here to save us from Godzilla. And they still never even defeat Godzilla in the movie.
No.
It's just like his heart, what is it? His heart's just on the ocean floor.
Yep,
and then
beating.
He's roaring again. I think the 80s, 90s, though, I like the best because they had the most consistent storyline.
Right.
Where then you go into the 2000s and it's almost like every couple movies, it's like a complete different news story. Godzilla's the good guy, then Godzilla's the bad guy.
None of those did well.
I mean, I like them though.
Final Wars did all right, but those were all failures. The Millennium period.
Yeah.
Oof.
I like the Godzilla design though.
Yeah, it was nice with the cat face almost, but
the I mean, I don't really have a favorite period. They're I like all of them except Godzilla vs. Hedorah. I can't stand that movie.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you're not a Jet Jaguar guy.
No, I don't know what kind of acid they were on when they made the Hedorah movie. It's painful to watch that. But so I was just gonna show you. So like the cover art, right?
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
quality on the cover art. So I mean, you go to the interior,
It's the same.
and it's the same coloring, same like everything. So that's one of the things I really appreciate about the book. But I really like how they did the Godzilla design in it as well.
Sweet.
I have this is, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see the
here, let me bring it.
shelf? Like that shelf? The bottom shelf? Right there?
Yep. Oh yeah, your Godzillas. Yeah.
Oh, I can top that.
So the empty space is for the SH Monster Arts. Which one? The Singular Point Godzilla. That will go in the
Singular Point.
Yeah, is that anime that they had come out? It was actually pretty neat. Not the 3 movies, one with the Godzilla Earth thing, but
just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think people like that one so much.
Godzilla Singular Point. Go Japedia.
Go Ghibli.
There's a Gojipedia. Wow. There's a lot of Japanese characters in this too.
There we go. He's finished.
Whoa, look at it. It's great. I love it.
So fun. I can't wait to do the rest of the guys. And once I'm done with the Goon Squad, I'll do a little bird, and a David the Dime.
Yeah, I'll make you the third person to draw me.
That's awesome. I was telling you guys earlier, I had this about that long box, or I got basically given this long box, and so I'll pull it out every now and then and just see what's in it. And there's so many strange things in there. I saw this book tonight. I was pulling a couple out, and this one's Powerline: A Shadowline Saga, Powerline 4 Empire, Epic Comics.
Oh, Epic.
Well, let me solo you.
I don't know what it's about. Can you tell what it's about from the?
It looks like the Duke Boys. They never mean no harm.
Yeah, right. And there's what is it about? I don't know. It's open. It's unopened.
Oh man! I was gonna say those things do come off.
I'm gonna find out right now. We're gonna find out what this book is all about. So there was a bunch of Marvel UK stuff in here.
Oh, okay.
Right? So far, it looks pretty boring. It's mostly people getting dressed, talking on a phone. Somebody's
Marvel
crying.
stuff.
Look, all right, here we're gonna just page number 1. People getting amateur night, getting ready. Oh gosh. People talking on phones.
That looks epic.
Yep. All right, hold on. There's more talking on phones. Just wait. Dude's still on the phone, smoking a cigar.
Yes, nice.
Let's just skip ahead. This woman, something's leaking out of that woman's eyes.
Oh man, she's gonna have to get the needle to the chest, like in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, exactly. Oh wait, there's snakes.
Why'd it have to be snakes?
Ooh.
Yeah, there's snakes. There's some sort of beast animal. I don't know.
Like that beast animal.
Beast animal. I can't talk.
Beast mode.
You could talk just fine.
This guy punched a snake through the heart.
Oh, it's Jean-Claude Van Damme from Hard Target.
Yeah. Pretty awesome.
That looks like an enemy. David, doesn't it look like an enemy from Elden Ring? The snake thing?
It's like
a snake with arms.
Together we will devour the gods. Oh no! In Prison Town. Yeah.
This looks like Omni-Man.
Yeah, it does.
And
I really like the color in that.
The color.
Oh yeah. Is it? Well, it's epic. They were real small publishers.
Look, there's this. It's in the Aliens universe. Look right there. There's a face hugger. Right there on that dude's face. Confirmed in the Ridley Scott universe. So yeah, that's Powerline, Shadowline Saga, and then I have one more weird thing. Hold on.
They get points off for using line twice.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't know anything about Marvel Frontier.
Dances with
It
Dances
looks
with
kind of
Demons.
cool. Looks kind
It
of cool.
looks like Jack Kirby's the demon.
It does kind of look like Jack Kirby's the Demon. Also, from the dusty corner.
There's a reason for that.
Yep. Look on the back.
Yeah,
That's all
buddy.
you need to know right there.
Ooh.
That's when this
I mean-
that's the era this came from.
Just that picture, not so much the movie, but
Yeah, right. What do we got here?
I think he shot and killed 4 walls in that movie.
I mean, this looks kind of Kirby inspired. Look at that. It's kind of cool. I don't know what's going on. This is issue 4 of 4. I'm coming into it. Issue 4 of 4.
That's always the best one to get.
I mean, it looks weird and space-like. These crazy weird people. Good colors. You know, Matt, maybe I'll read this. There's not a lot of words. So I could do all right with it. So yeah, Frontier Comics. And then the last one I'm going to show you that's real weird that I picked out of here that I've never looked at. House of Mystery, Vertigo.
Oh, that's cool. I like it.
House
Space
Dirty.
Between part 1.
Space between.
Sturgis, Rothy, Marzin, and Fern.
Sturgis, he wrote Jack. Fables, Jack of Fables.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, open this up. It's on the back of this one. Resident Evil is on the back of this.
Very nice.
5.
Oh, whoa. The art's good. It doesn't match the cover whatsoever, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's all right. So anyway, yeah, like this this box has all kinds of weird stuff that I like to that literally every left page, I'm not even joking, is almost every single left page is an ad. Like I'm not even playing. That's crazy. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, this box, I pull stuff out every now and then. I see stuff I've never read before, and I read it. But yeah, this one might be good. Looks pretty good.
More words in it than the last one.
More words. I don't know if I can read this one. So I'll just, yeah. That's all. That's what I got tonight. Just figured I'd show.
I like it.
Share some weirdness.
Well, I got it. I got a little something.
Ooh.
I got this.
Oh, you got a
in the
freshie.
mail. Oh, look at that. Pops right open.
Man.
Gemini mailer. It's the only way to go.
Only way.
And it is
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Sweet.
I've not opened this yet.
Should I say
figured I
sweet?
could do it right now. Congrats to Sweens and Indie Dave for getting their book out.
They're good dudes too. Yes.
They are. I'm glad that Indie Dave won the lettering contest because, yeah, I like those dudes. All right, let's see what we got in here. Let's see what we got. We've got the book, Oddity.
Tell us, describe it to us. Tell us
I
how
should
it feels.
turn on the light here. It feels very like paper. It feels very much like paper.
Feels very much like paper.
Paper. Let's see here. Okay, so we've got some art in here.
I'd hope.
Yeah, the camera on my laptop sucks. Sorry.
Looks good. Colors are good.
Good old black gutters.
Yeah, I like black gutters.
Oh, me too.
Shinobi Sasquatch has whatever color the gutters are when Paul's done coloring the page. I really like that. They're like the gutters aren't any uniform color. It's cool.
Looks, yeah, the colors on that look good. There's a lot of purples. I'm a big purple fan.
Yeah. It's a good looking book. King Toad Comics. I like how he stole that right out from under Ethan. Now, Ethan did some art for this. Was it a cover? I guess I didn't. They said I didn't get the Ethan cover.
Really?
Yeah, he did something for free. They had to wait on that or something. Let's see what else we got here. We've got some prints, some little. Got this guy came with it.
Yeah,
I
that's
like that.
cool. Yeah.
Got this.
No,
Some
that
art
must
here.
I like that.
Oh, this is what
yeah.
Ethan did.
Yeah, I
The
was gonna say
Cyber
that
Frog.
must be.
That's cool though. That's Sweens and Ethan in one piece, and I wouldn't say there's a like difference in quality. I think they look like they go right to they go together.
Yeah, I think so.
This is I don't know who this
Jam
is.
piece.
She must be a chick in the book. I'm gonna read the book tonight. Girls with Syringes. That's a CG thing, I guess.
Yeah.
This is
Girls with fridges.
Teen Monster.
Yeah, Vaughn and I both said, "Hey, go ahead and do this piece," and we were really happy. I don't know about Vaughn. I was really happy with this. This looks really good. I really like how they did Vaughn's character down there.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, look at that. That's good detail. I really like that style a lot. Is that Sweens? Oh no, that's Donald. That's Donald.
It
Delay.
looks. I was gonna say it looks. Did Donald do the whole thing or just the?
Yeah. Yeah, he did the whole thing. He did a pinup for Shinobi Sasquatch too, but I think I like this one more. This one's really good. Okay, and the last piece of art. This is my favorite image. My favorite.
Oh
like,
yeah.
An oddity. Like it's on obviously multiple panels because that's where he lives. But I just think that's so iconic. It immediately is a silhouette that just immediately stands out. His like RV thing is up in a tree.
Do you want to know? You want to know an Easter egg about that?
Yeah.
My name's on it because I graffitied it. My name's in there. Graffiti.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or it was at one point. I don't know. He probably got tired of looking at it and took it off. But
I'll look close and see.
on it somewhere. Yeah.
I also got this patch.
That's a great patch.
If I ever do have anything that can put a patch on it, I'm definitely going to put that on because that's sweet. I like that.
Yeah, that's a cool patch.
I like the oddity. I like the IP. I hope they keep going with it. And then I also got a pen. On my next campaign, I want to do more stuff like this. But this is a really nice little oddity pen.
Oh, it is very nice.
It's a double pen pen. But yeah, good, really nice. That's just the base book that just came with all that stuff. So
wow,
cool.
I like a good patch. We did patches on Hero too. They ended up being really good, like high quality, and I don't know. Patches are cool. I think it's a neat one to get. A lot of people did them for a while. I don't see many people doing them anymore. It's mostly 6 a.m. stickers.
Yeah, right. I feel bad. I didn't do I wasn't close to Mark when we did the Shinobi Sasquatch campaign, or else I would have got a sticker from him. Yeah. I didn't know he even did. All I knew about him was he was the mural guy, like the collage guy, you know. Yeah. And I obviously everyone loved the collage, but I didn't know he was doing stickers for campaigns. But I really would have got one. But all my campaigns are going to have 6 stickers from now on.
We'll probably have sticker from him next time. But yeah, we didn't really know him when we finished Hero, or maybe we were like finishing up and he was doing those stickers. So I'm gonna have to get him to do a sticker for us too.
Oh, Stab, do you have something to show?
Yeah, I got something.
Oh, okay, here you go.
Okay,
I'll go ahead.
Do it on my little portable desk. All right. So before I show the comics, I do have to show these guys off.
Oh yeah.
So there's
nice.
the original. Let's see. All right. So there's the original. This is the one that fought King Kong. Maybe I can put him down here. That'll be better. That's the one that fought King Kong.
Yeah.
All right, Reptile. There's the 70s with his goofy. Let's see. Let me get some more light on this. 70s with his goofy face. How's that looking?
Oh yeah. He has like the big googly eyes.
This is the 80s where it's kind of translucent, but it's like burning out. He's burning out. Okay. This is the 2000. darker with the big thing. And then here's the new one.
Where's the one from where's the 1998 Godzilla?
We don't talk about that Godzilla.
No, this one only had
the one with Puff Daddy.
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew
These came
Broderick.
from blind packs. There was these guys, and then like the Muto was in there too, because this was for the first movie. But I just went and collected until I got all of the Godzilla from like
that's cool.
all of the time. Like from
that's cool.
You know what? I just realized what my favorite Godzilla is. I know which one it is.
Which one?
All right, so
don't say that Matthew Broderick one.
No, it's Bobcat Goldthwait plays Godzilla in One Crazy Summer. Have you ever seen that?
Oh my god,
that's my favorite Godzilla.
Oh man. Okay,
John Cusack was in that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that movie so much. It's I watched it a lot when I was younger. I don't know why, but it was hilarious. And when he gets stuck in a Godzilla suit, and he's like mad because he can't get out, like the zipper's broken, and he's really hot, and he's trying to get help, and he wanders into this party, this rich guy's party, and he has this whole diorama of the town, and he stomps all over the town, and it's amazing. It's really good. Highly recommend.
So the first time I came on here, I had the first Batman movie adaptation, and I found a bunch more. Look at this. Take the movie home. This is before they gave a crap
amazing.
They gave a crap about spoilers.
Oh, how many panels are on that? Good Lord.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Cool.
They packed this.
Oh my gosh.
But
I just saw every main character in that series just now.
Yeah, this is
dude,
pretty cool.
They spent a lot of time and effort to make that comic.
Yeah, somebody got a preview, like to look at the movie before it came out, but they didn't really articulate the wicker of the CD though.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, they just had to push play. But
that's actually great.
Yeah, they had the Batman Returns. All right, so
oh
man,
I'm gonna go with that one.
That's Nipples. Is that Nipples?
Oh
That's
yeah.
Nipples.
Is that Kilmer?
Yeah. It's really sad because I guess the original script was really, really good before Akiva Goldsman came and like Akiva Goldsman did up. There's a good movie in there, but yeah.
That's
then
great.
I dug this one out from Now Comics.
Oh wow.
They went ahead and they did like the real Ghostbusters.
Oh.
In the Ghostbuster 2 movie.
That's funny.
Scolari Brothers.
So I finally saw Afterlife.
Oh yeah, did you like it?
I actually really enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was great. I thought it was totally fine.
This is probably the last movie adaptation that I ever bought because they didn't make many more of them, I don't think, after this.
Predators is that the one where they're on the Predator planet?
Yeah.
That one was good with Adrian Brody.
Yeah, this is the adaptation for that.
That was a great movie. I like that movie.
And then I also found this in my bookcase. This is when Topps decided to do a comic.
Huh.
Weird.
That cover looks pretty good.
Oh, is that the Mike Mignola?
Yeah, I've got the black and white one that IDW put out.
Dude, that's freaking awesome.
I mean, they went and they recolored it and re-released it, but Topps was the one that put them out originally.
Oh my gosh.
That's a Mignola Topps issue of Dracula.
Yeah, let me grab.
Incredible.
Wait, the whole thing's Mignola? The Dracula didn't look like a Mignola piece, but.
Well, here, this will be a little bit better for you. Like this is a little bit bigger and a little more like.
Oh yeah, so they colorized Mignola's work.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all flat tones and stuff like that. But I mean, like.
Oh man, I want that. That's amazing.
I'm gonna check, you know where I'm checking right after this, right, Macho?
Yeah, I know exactly where you're looking. Yeah, our little secret, Cal.
Yeah.
But yeah. So just some.
Wow.
They don't really do them anymore, obviously, for spoiler reasons and stuff like that. But they
That's
used to do these
cool.
all the time. These great adaptations.
That's awesome. Also, I'll read anything Mignola. I love his art. And I love his writing so much. So,
Ah!
Ah!
I don't know why I was on there. You know what I've been reading on, on where we're talking about? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from Mirage, the original run.
Oh, yeah.
I've been reading those, and man, that is a blast from the past. Holy crap. It just makes me realize how things evolve, like that, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that, the indie book was revolutionary. Like it was the biggest thing ever. It started out so small with these guys just trying to get, they just were like relentless salesmen. They did consignment in every store in their area, like supermarkets, drugstores, everywhere had TMNT #1.
I wonder how long it would have lasted without the cartoon, though. Because splitting
Well,
them
here's
into
the
different
thing.
colors and stuff helped out a lot.
So this is how that worked. This is how that happened. I just learned this. I was doing some studying this week. So TMNT was the black and white comics, right?
Yep.
Palladium Books, who made who makes Rifts and a bunch of other role playing games. They got their hands on those comics that first year. And they said, "Oh my gosh, we have to make a role-playing game out of this." So they got in touch with Kevin Symbieta, who's the owner of Kevin Symbieta got in touch with Kit Eastman and Laird, said, "Hey, we found your comics. We love them. We'd love to make an RPG out of these." Eastman and Laird were like, "Yeah, let's do it." They even did original art for the role-playing game. So Palladium Books. This is the game that the Goon Squad played last week. We're going to keep playing it. So they made an RPG out of it, right? So, but here's the thing, though. How did this happen? So somehow, the company that made the oh my gosh. Oh, they got in touch with Palladium Books. Got in touch with whatever TV production company or whatever was doing Robotech back in the day, the cartoon, and they were and they wanted to make a role playing game out of Robotech. Okay, the same people that made the TMNT RPG. What they sent them for reference was the TMNT RPG. The company that did Robotech in the US, the Robotech version, said, "Yes, you can do the role playing game of Robotech, but in return, we want to make TMNT into a cartoon." And that's how we got the kiddie version of TMNT.
That's crazy.
And the really ironic cruelty of it all was that TMNT skyrocketed after that.
Well, yeah.
And Palladium knew they couldn't keep the rights to it at that point, even though they were the ones who made the connection with Eastman and Laird and the TV company. And so they made rules that bypassed the TMNT name to keep like the mutant animal rules and everything. But that little RPG company, just because they wanted to make Robotech into an RPG, made TMNT into a juggernaut just by making that little connection.
You gotta hate seeing someone get friend zoned like that.
Yeah, right.
Right? It's crazy because Palladium is still struggling. They're still doing like the old paste up, the old way of printing where you put everything on a board and like if it doesn't fit right, you've got to take something down and cut the piece, and that's still how they do everything. And they're still making books and everything, but like their popularity is nothing what TMNT got to because of that little RPG they made. It's crazy. It's just freaking ridiculous, but cool. I love finding history stuff like that. So cool. Anybody else got anything to do?
Not right now. I'm looking on.
I have a question. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about other stuff because I've been gone the last few weeks. I've been busy with like so much stuff.
Yeah, you have.
So you guys are Christian church going folks.
Church going.
You might say.
So
I'm Christian.
we are probably of the age. I don't know about Mr. Stat.
I'm 103 years old.
He sounds kind of young, but growing up in church, like you catch the whole what they call it, terror in the toy box. He-Man is satanic. You know, like burn this, burn that. Like, did you guys grow up in that? Or
not really?
Serious?
Not everything.
Okay, but you know what I'm talking about.
No, I got the second wave when
sure.
Diablo was coming out and everybody was freaking out.
Yeah, that so you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
That whole thing.
Yeah.
So a couple of weeks ago, there's a church here. I will leave them unnamed. We'll say that they're like a mega church. They're big, like big. So they had this men's conference thing, and I had the shop, whatever. We had a table at this thing, like a vendor table, and we did a raffle at this church, and we raffled. Okay, so it's $10 raffle ticket. We were there for the whole entire day, like multiple times. Everybody comes through, and I'm talking like hundreds and hundreds of attendees, of mostly men and their sons, right? So we have this table set up, and we're doing this raffle. So it's a $10 raffle ticket, and I was raffling away. I was calling it like the I don't know, I can't remember, something like the nerd starter pack. It's like a bit of everything. So I had from Star Ace Toys, I had like a Ray Harryhausen statue, like a deluxe Talos statue from Jason and the Argonauts. I had this library edition, like oversized library edition, Amazing Spider-Man collected issues 1 through 21. So this is like a $275 statue. The Spider-Man book is like a $200 book. I had from this other company, these Pokeball replicas. They like light up. They're pretty cool, but those are like $100. Oh, the manga Bible. I had that.
Oh,
I had,
the manga Bible?
Yeah. Like a manga Bible. I had like some Pokemon cards, some Magic cards. So it was like, it was a little bit of everything from the store, right? So $10 raffle ticket, and you get the whole package.
I would have 100% bought that.
I didn't even sell 20 tickets. Not even 20 tickets. And I had people avoided the table like the plague. And then later in the day, there was this kid hanging around the table. I don't know, he was maybe 14, 15 years old. And he's asking me all these questions. And he was looking at all the stuff. And he asked me, he goes, I heard that Pokemon actually means something demonic.
No.
And, yes. And I told him, I said, no. I said, Pokemon is short for Pocket Monster. That's it. It doesn't mean anything. And he was like, really?
Hilarious.
So just kind of like, I kind of wonder your thoughts on it, because I thought to myself, like, oh, this will be a good, opportunity to like get our name out there, interact with some people, be like, hey, our shop is here. We exist, da 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 da. But I think I walked into one of these like mass places where it's like everything is evil. You have to know. I mean, I know that you guys know what I'm talking about. That kind of,
totally.
Like mentality, but it didn't really click until that kid walked up and asked me that.
Our church is not like that. Like the pastor of my church purchased a copy of Hero, and he was super excited about it. So like, and he's not a comic book guy, and he was doing it to support me and Mutt. But it was still cool. Like it's not like a there's blood and stuff in that book, so and violence, and he was all about it. And we had a number of people that go to my church buy books. So
you're a small town, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of making me worried, because I'm checking out jobs, like ministry jobs in small town, like Midwest towns. It's making me worried about about doing what I do, like my side stuff. Hey, Kokushuko, what's up?
Mom watched the Gargoyles cartoon. That was a cool cartoon too.
Yeah, that was cool.
What did he say?
His
He
mom
said
was
his mom-
the Gargoyles cartoon.
Yeah.
So
That was a
when
cool
I was a teenager and I was really into Dungeons and Dragons. Real quick side story, and I became a Christian. And the lady who lived upstairs from me was, she'd been a Christian for like her whole life, right? And she told me that like all that stuff is satanic. That she was a holdover from the Satanic Panic in the 70s and 80s. So I literally destroyed all of my AD&D books and my riffs and everything, like probably thousands of dollars worth of books right now.
Oh no!
I just tore them up and threw them away.
Oh
anything,
my God.
anything that was secular music, Metallica or whatever, just broke the cassettes, threw it away.
They moved
And
on to
then
Magic the Gathering later.
Right? Yeah, I mean, it's just awful. The alarmism in, and it's, every group of people is subject to it in a certain way. But like the Satanic Panic from the 80s, it still is there, man, in small communities. It really is. And it sucks to see that it's it's affecting you. But yeah, it's there, man. It's there.
I remember my dad found my my copy of Beastie Boys "Hello Nasty," and he got really really mad at me. Like very very. I mean, he was like, "I'm taking this," and I don't know what happened. If he made me like, I can't remember what happened, but I remember I saved the CD. I still have the CD somewhere, like in my CD collection. And I gave him like the box, like the CD box, and he threw it away or something like that. There's a couple. Yeah, I can't remember how I did it, or maybe I just bought another one. I might have just bought another copy. I don't remember, but I remember him being very mad at me about it because he found it. I had a CD tower. You guys remember CD towers?
Oh, yeah.
I had a sweet CD tower, and
yeah.
And I so I could display all my CD, my taste in music, and so that was in there, and I had it near the bottom so you wouldn't notice it, and he totally noticed it.
I think it wasn't AC/DC.
Got it. Yeah, it wasn't AC/DC. I kept all my Christian music at the top so he could he wouldn't.
See, there's your problem. You should have gone like kind of middle lower, not like.
Yeah, right. I know. That was probably like 14-year-old Dan. I didn't think too hard then.
Turn it upside down, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what I did. I just remember I remember the feeling of being upset because he found it and he took it, and I was like, "Oh man, the Beastie Boys! I love the Beastie Boys." Now I listen to them all the time, Dad. You can't stop me. Yeah.
I think it was afterwards. I think I said something to my wife about along the lines of like the silver lining is I can write it off as R&D because now I know what demographic to avoid.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Unfortunately.
I was curious if you guys had experiences with that, or you see that still go on anywhere.
Not in the big city, no. But I'm
not in the big
city. Who knows?
Either.
Pretty soon I might know. I'm on the verge of either Iowa, Nebraska, or Michigan, but a smaller town in Michigan.
Where in Michigan?
Really close to Ann Arbor.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. I forget the name of the town. Hold on, I can show you really quick.
Of course, I think all of us know like one or two of those churchgoers that are like, you go twice on Sundays, Wednesdays, Saturday service. Don't you dare listen to radio as it stands, or you're gonna go to hell.
Yep.
I don't know the name of the place, but it's kind of like on the a suburb of Ann Arbor.
Okay, I have a buddy that lives in Cadillac, Michigan. We go see him.
Okay.
He's a pastor as well, actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
When I was looking on a map, it was like kind of in between Lake Michigan, Lake Erie, and whatever the other one is.
I mean, not hard to
But like right in the middle, like almost geographically center of those.
It's like a gas station, a post office, and a bar.
And Ann Arbor, you'd be like southwest of Detroit a little bit.
Oh.
But the church I'm leaning towards is in Marshalltown, Iowa, which is northeast of Des Moines.
Iowa.
And that's the one that's most promising. It's actually Dream Church. If it was down the street from me, I'd be sitting on their doorstep. I'd be banging on the door. Please let me have this job. The church is perfect for me. It's just so perfect. It's just that it's like a full entire day away from where we live. But the church in Nebraska is like south of Omaha, just a little bit south. It's in the suburbs of Omaha.
Yeah.
Really, really nice area. I don't know. So I'm looking at the Midwest big time.
Okay.
So small town
Midwest,
is in my future. So David, I might be feeling your pain pretty soon. I looked. They don't even have a comic shop in Marshalltown. They have a game store, but like everything on their Facebook page is like doing like tournaments of some stupid dumb Nintendo game.
Cool. So you can start your Pop Final collection.
My what?
Right. It's Pop Final collection. Yeah.
You could see D&D books in the background of the pictures, but no, like everything it's all teenagers playing some dumb video game, and I'm like, oh man, this is a community that's not gonna like my hobbies. But
they're running the D&D app. Come on.
So you're thinking about going from AZ all the way Midwest. Wow.
Dude, my wife and I, we hate, everyone says, oh, you'll get used to the heat. You'll get used to it. Every year we hate it more and more. And it's hot. Here's the thing about Phoenix.
I thought you said hate. I'm like, what?
No, I do. I hate it. It's hot half of the year. A full entire, they say the summer's only 3 months. No, it's not. It's half of the year. It's an entire 6 months. That's how long it's summer here.
Man.
And then the other half, it never gets cold enough to justify the heat. You know what I'm saying? Like, like an extreme needs to justify another extreme, but it never gets cold enough for the heat to be okay.
Have you ever experienced all 4 seasons? Winter, summer, spring,
I've lived
fall?
in San Diego and here. So
no, you haven't. So you need to come to Virginia, Cal. Let me sell you Virginia real quick, okay?
All right.
So you have very distinct seasons. Every single season is very different. So we'll just, we'll start with spring, right? That's how it all begins.
Let's hear it.
And so spring here, it's still like we're just into summer now, but spring is, so it rains a fair amount. Stuff is all brown and dead, and then all of a sudden you'll wake up one day and everything has turned green and all the flowers are out everywhere. The weather is nice. It does get a little humid in the spring here for sure, but beautiful. All the mountains green up and they look real cool. Summer is, I'm not gonna lie to you, humid. It's very humid, but
I don't care about humidity.
It's hot, like it's 90-degree hot. It's not 120-degree hot.
Your comics will care.
The comics will care.
No, all you got. I have a little dehumidifier in my basement's running right now. It's great. That's all you need. And if you have AC in your car, no problem. Summer's great though. Like you talk about, like go to the pool. It's amazing. And then fall though is the selling point. Fall is a magical 3 months where all the humidity blows out of the area. It is like super mild. The temperatures are great. At night, you put on a little bit of a jacket. You stand by the fire. It's amazing. During the day, you can wear shorts and a t-shirt. One of the most beautiful areas in the entire world in the fall is Virginia. There's the Blue Ridge Parkway, and you drive through the parkway, and they call it, it's like peak season. You go to see all the colors. Every color you could possibly imagine is on the trees. It's incredible. And then finally you get to winter, and I like it because I can ride my bike all winter long. Like it does get cold and it snows some depending on where you're at, but I can go and I can be outside and do things outside all year long. And it's not too bad. Our winters are fairly short. It's like December to February is kind of like real winter here. So anyway,
see, that sounds nice. I don't know if you guys have this where you guys are, the rest of you. Here in the summer, there's signs on the hiking trails. There's signs that literally say, if you hike right now, you will die. I mean, you just can't go outside for like 5 months of the year here.
Yeah, but what's your deer frequency?
My what?
Your deer frequency where you guys live, because I mean, you know, like when they try to jump out and wish you a happy birthday and like a surprise, and they jump into the middle of the road.
We have no deer, but we have javelinas that roam our neighborhoods, especially. Javelinas are these really angry little pigs that, especially around in October because of all the pumpkins, they roam the neighborhoods.
Oh, and they'll eat them.
We had like 15 of them last year.
Oh my god!
And we're like, I was in the front room and I'm like, what is that noise? My wife and I are like, what's that noise? It's really weird. We look outside and there's this giant pack of pigs and they're attacking the neighbors' jack-o'-lanterns. and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna look. So I open the door and they're just rushing the door. And I'm like, ah! I close the door.
That's amazing.
And we have coyotes that just walk around, you know, the neighborhood, just like walk in front of your house, staring at you. We have coyotes
are everywhere now. They're everywhere.
Yeah,
kind of reminds me of that movie Razorback.
Snakes, scorpions.
We have black snakes. They're like not. We like black snakes, so they keep like venomous snakes away. We get black bear where I'm at, but black bear are literally the most harmless bears there are.
Oh, really?
Maybe slightly more harmful than koala bears. But like, if you see them, if they see you, they will run. They will run as fast as they can to get away from you. They're big, but they just like get in your trash can. They want to have a picnic, and
they're giant pandas.
Yeah, they're like not a big deal.
We should have just addressed chat.
Yes.
Kokushigo says, "Have you ever seen snow?" I have seen snow, but I had to drive to see snow. It's you know, like it didn't come to where I was. I had to go.
Was it a slow day?
A slow day, snow day.
No, it's just like I got nothing going on. I'm gonna go find some snow.
Well, okay, so in San Diego, you can drive to.
He drove to the mountain. That's what he did.
Palomar Mountain or Julian's, beautiful. Julian is where like all the Julian hard cider comes from. The apple pies, everything is apple in Julian. It's beautiful. If you ever go to San Diego area, you got to go to Julian. It's beautiful. It's all about apples. And they have like great hard cider there. I think Angry Apple or something like that. Angry something cider.
Angry Orchard.
Angry Orchard, I think, is from Julian. I'm not positive. And then so I've seen snow, but I had to drive to Julian, Palomar to see snow. Palomar is where the big telescope is. The world famous telescope is in Palomar.
Never heard of it.
Okay, well, Escondido is where Palomar Mountain is. It's in that area. Also, the world famous wild animal park is in Escondido. Okay, so Bruce says Texas is the same. I'm from Kansas, which had 4 seasons. I miss it. Texas is hot and warm. I wouldn't be against Texas. Okay, Macho, but do you pay sales state income tax?
I do pay income tax. I mean, doesn't most people pay income tax?
I think Washington doesn't. I don't know where else doesn't, but that's a big selling point. I would move to the Pacific Northwest if it wasn't so freaking liberal. Like I would move there in an instant. That is my perfect everything. The trees, the mountains, the ocean right there. No. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about where I want to move, but yeah, Texas is.
Texas.
Oh, I did not know that.
Huh.
That's a big part of the country. Texas. Our boy 6 a.m. Comics lives in the Fort Worth area. Yep. I thought I was checking out a job near Fort Worth, and it was actually a staffing agency that posted a job in Washington, but instead of putting the job, they put their own their staffing agency's address. I'm like, that's not very helpful, you guys. The staffing agency's address does not help me know where the job is.
Right. Is Amanda B says Maine? Are you from Maine, Amanda?
Stephen King country.
That's right.
I
heard Maine. I want to go to Maine. I've heard it's incredible.
That's Stephen King country, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Yeah. He heard you, but he wasn't really listening, Stat, and he just repeated it.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah, he said that those very same like verbatim words. She
is
from
that's
Maine.
funny. Cool. I didn't hear it. How did I
It doesn't take too much to plant ideas into Cal's mind.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, so Amanda's from Maine. I need to get some details on Maine from her because we want to go and like eat some lobster rolls and you know. Yeah,
is that what they do there?
Yeah, they eat lobster rolls.
I have no idea what they do up in Maine.
Yeah, and they fish. I met this kid mountain biking where I live, and he's a lobster man in Maine. That's like what he does. He was like 22 years old, and he was just doing this cross country road trip, and he was riding his bike everywhere. And he goes, "Yeah, I love riding my bike, but I only get to do it for like 2.5 months. So I work basically all season long, and I get like 2.5 months off in one block." And he's like, "I always take a big trip, and I just do whatever I want to do for 2.5 months." Pretty cool. Yep. Random man I met. It's good.
Random man.
Random man.
Sorry, I'm responding about a job interview on Thursday while I'm talking to you guys.
This guy.
8:30. You know what's funny? Like in Phoenix, churches here, they could not care less. They're just like whatever. But the second I posted my resume on this church staffing website, everyone in the Midwest is calling me, emailing me. Like I just am nonstop. People are watching my YouTube, my worship leader YouTube videos. 800% more views than normal. So something about the Midwest, the churches out there must just really be like hard up for worship leaders or something. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. So yeah, so my wife and I are like, we want 4 seasons. We want it to be cooler in the summer, much colder in the winter, and then fall and spring to be fall and spring. Mm-hmm. So Midwest seems to have some rough winters maybe, but compared to what we're used to. But there's nothing we hate more than the freaking sun in Phoenix. I'll see that it's like 56 degrees, 60 degrees, and I'm like, oh, I can put a coat on. I'll put a coat on. I'll walk outside and take it off immediately because the sun is still there in Phoenix. Like
you say 60 degrees, you put a coat on?
Well, yeah, because the sun is still very hot.
I was gonna say, don't you come north, you'll die.
Yeah, I know.
No. You're so close to the sun in Phoenix, it doesn't matter. The temperature outside doesn't matter. It's the proximity to the sun. It's so close that I just start sweating immediately. I do run hot, but
well, maybe when he calls, you say you're busy.
Oh my God.
Distance yourself up a little bit,
Yeah, I guess so. So Amanda said she lives 40 minutes from Stephen King. I am so sorry to hear that, Amanda. This guy's a freaking lunatic.
Fighting off werewolves at night.
He's a lunatic, but he's written some cool stuff.
No, he writes good stuff with mediocre endings.
He writes weird stuff. I've read a lot of Stephen King, and some of it's really good with some really strangeness mixed in.
So here's the thing about.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, here's the thing about Stephen King. I've read a bunch of Stephen King too, but I don't get to the end very frequently.
Yeah,
I do
get help from Jack Daniels.
He's very. I get help from Costco Kirkland rum.
Wow.
But I fall asleep. No, but he's very good. His descriptive writing is actually good and engaging, but his books are very long. And then you get to I don't know. For me, the endings are not great.
Yeah, it just depends on the book. I think for me,
it's like he fell asleep telling you the story.
Yeah.
So Amanda says you can make good money live stream, but it's pretty physical and super.
Yeah, I mean he gets up at like 3 a.m. That dude told me. He's like, yeah, I get up at 3 a.m. and I get off at like 1, something like that.
Are you in South Dakota, Bruce? I've
he's
never
he's
asked.
in Texas.
Oh, he is. What's
He's
he
in
saying? South Dakota.
In South
I don't
Dakota,
know.
just like a big wind field.
Yeah. I thought Kansas was a big wind field. When I drove through Kansas, I saw so many wind farms, and it was just like it was a headwind constantly to get to Colorado. It was tough.
Some good cropping
guys-
at wind farm.
Yeah, right.
Have you guys ever seen the channel The World According to Briggs on YouTube?
I don't think so.
Whenever I consider moving states, I start looking at other states. His channel starts getting recommended to me, and then I see him for months and months. It's actually really interesting. He'll do like the top 10 states for whatever, or like here's all the states everyone's moving out of this year. Or here's the best states to move to in 2022. Really interesting stuff. He's been all around. He just knows the world, I guess. But you guys should check his channel out. It's really interesting. The World According to Briggs. Interesting stuff. Also, magnet fishing. Have you guys seen those channels?
What is it?
Magnet fishing.
No.
I see David cracking up down there. What's going on?
No, I'm just laughing. I'm laughing at this.
What we're talking about?
Yeah.
Being joyful.
Yeah, we've actually got more viewers now than we did when we were doing Top That. So whatever. Magnet fishing is when you get a big like a powerful magnet on a rope and you throw it into a river, and you could find a gun and solve a crime. It's interesting.
Oh yeah.
Hi. So no, Bruce, I did not get any job offers at South Dakota. It was not Georgia. Michigan, Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois, California, everywhere but Texas. Texas, obviously, and Arizona.
I like how you can see the sun going down in David's window. Isn't that great?
It is. It's going down. I think it's
and
going
his
down.
ghost shirts in the background.
It's going down in this.
Hey.
I know. I've noticed his ghost shirts.
Yeah.
David, instead, you guys weren't here last when I showed this. Do you see what this is?
This is a Transformer.
It is,
Is
but
that DeLorean?
it is. His name is Gigawatt. He turns into the DeLorean. It's actually, this is an old school style Transformer. It's the one with like 32 steps or whatever to transform it. I've been really afraid to turn it back into a car. So this is how he stayed since I got it. But this reminds me of my youth when I used to get Transformers as a little boy. This is what they were like, where you were afraid, you feel like you're gonna break it when you're like changing a certain thing. Anyway, yeah, I showed this a few weeks ago, but you guys weren't here for it. So
very cool.
Yeah, very cool. Put that boy back over there with my other DeLorean.
There's a private chat. I never use it.
Yeah, we use it sometimes, but I don't look at it. I'll see things like 3 hours after people post.
Really? Yeah, I just never use it.
That was
David said he has to go, and that
was extremely smooth stat.
You know how I do.
Well, hey, I think this is a good time. This is a really good time to